They said, he slaughtered an entire town. Men, women, even the preacher. They said he didn't hesitate. They said he smiled while doing it. And they said the reward was the largest ever posted west of the Mississippi. $10,000. Dead or alive. And I was the man sent to collect it. I've hunted killers before, bank robbers, deserters' brothers, who turned on brothers. But this one felt different. Because for the first time in my life, I wasn't sure I was hunting a monster, or becoming one, asterisk. His name was Elias Mercer, but folks didn't call him that anymore. They called him the Devil of Red Creek. Red Creek was a small mining town north of nowhere. 2 streets, 1 church, 1 saloon, 30-7 people. By the time the smoke cleared, 34 were dead. The story spread fast. Mercer rode in at dawn, shot anyone who moved, burned the church, vanished. Before sunset, only 3 survivors, and all 3 swore the same thing. It was him. The governor didn't ask questions. The poster went up within a week. $10,000. Dead or alive. $10,000 buys a lot of silence. It buys loyalty, it buys graves, and it buys men like me, asterisk. It took me 3 months to find his trail. Mercer was careful, didn't stay long in towns, paid in silver, never gave his real name, but fear leaves. Footprints and whispers travel. I followed burnt campfires, spent shell casings, rumors, traded for whiskey. Everywhere I went, I heard the same thing. He's not what they say. But no one ever explained that part. Just silence after, like they were afraid to finish the sentence. Finally, I found him near the Blackwood Range, not in a gang, not robbing a stagecoach, not hiding in some outlaw camp. He was building a fence, a simple wooden fence, outside a small cabin, smoke rising from the chimney. Laundry? Hanging on a line. That's when I heard it. A child laughing. Asterisk, I watched from the ridge for 2 days. The man I saw wasn't a butcher. He chopped wood, carried water, fixed the roof, and every evening a little girl ran into his arms. Couldn't have been older than 6. Brown hair, barefoot, calling him Pa. He never raised his voice, never carried more than a revolver at his side. And when she laughed, he smiled, not the smile of a madman, the smile of a father I've killed. Men who deserved it, and I've killed men who probably didn't. You don't survive long in my line of work if you ask too many questions. But watching that cabin, something inside me started asking. Anyway, on the 3rd night, I rode down. Didn't hide, didn't sneak, just walked up the path as the sun dipped low. Mercer saw me first. His hand moved to his gun, but he didn't draw. The little girl stepped behind him. Pa. He looked at me. Calm. Too calm. I've been expecting you. He said, asterisk. We sat on the porch, just the 2 of us. The girl in sight, door slightly open. He knew why. I was there, didn't pretend otherwise. They told you I killed Red Creek, he said. They did. And you believe them. I didn't answer, because belief doesn't matter when there's money involved. Evidence doesn't matter, only proof of death. He leaned back in his chair. I was in Red Creek, he admitted. I won't lie about that. My fingers twitched near my holster. But I didn't kill those people. I'd heard that before. Every killer says it. Every man facing the end suddenly finds innocence. What were you doing there? I asked, trying to leave. He told me the town was controlled by a mining boss named Caldwell. Cruel man, owned everything. The mines, the law, the church donations. If you crossed Caldwell, you disappeared. Mercer had worked the mines, found something he shouldn't have. A ledger, names, payments, bribes, sheriff. Included. Mercer tried to take it public. The town turned on him. Overnight. Called him unstable, dangerous. Then came the fire, the gunshots, the chaos, he said. Caldwell's hired men did it. Then blamed him, made him the devil, and the governor signed the poster without question. Why not clear your name? I asked. He laughed low and tired. Against a governor, against a sheriff, against money. He shook his head. You don't clear your name in places like this. You survive. The girl came out with 2 tin cups, handed one to him, one to me. She didn't look afraid, just curious. What's your name? She asked. I hadn't told anyone my real name in years. Thomas, I said. She smiled. I'm Lily. Mercer watched her like she was made of glass. When she went back inside, I asked him, Yours? He looked at the horizon. No, she's Caldwell's. That stopped me cold, he explained. During the chaos of Red Creek, he found her, hiding beneath the church floorboards. Her father gone, her mother gone. No one left. He could have walked away. He didn't. She thinks I'm her father, he said quietly, and I won't take that from her. I rode back into town the next morning. Not to collect the reward, to dig. I found an old drunk who used to work the mines. Bought him whiskey. He confirmed Caldwell's name, said Mercer had argued with the sheriff days. Before the massacre, said gunmen, wrote in that weren't locals, but none of it was official. No reports, no witnesses willing to sign their name. Fear. Seals' mouths tighter than coffins. The more I asked, the more doors closed. The sheriff told me to leave town, said the reward. Stood, said justice needed doing, but I noticed something. He never asked if I'd found Mercer, just assumed I would, on my way out. I passed the governor's man, new face in town. 2, clean. 2, polished, watching me, watching everything. That's when I understood, if Mercer died. The truth died with him. I returned to the cabin after dark. Mercer was waiting. You found something? He said. Enough. He nodded. Like, he expected that too. I won't run anymore, he said. If you're going to do it before she wakes. He stood, walked 10 paces into the yard, turned to face. Me, no fear, just acceptance. I drew my gun. The weight felt heavier than ever before. $10,000. Freedom from debt. A reputation reinforced. All I had to do was pull the trigger. Then I heard it from inside the cabin. A small voice. Pa. My finger tightened. This was justice, wasn't it? A town massacred. A wanted man. The law on my side. But law and truth aren't always the same thing. And I'd seen enough to know. This story wasn't finished. I lowered the gun. Mercer didn't move, didn't speak, just waited. You run? I said. Tonight, farther west. Change your name again. If I see you east of these mountains. I let the sentence hang. He understood. You're throwing away $10,000, he said. I've thrown away worse. He extended his hand. I didn't shake it. Didn't need to. Some agreements don't require touch. Before I left, Lily stepped onto the porch, half asleep. Are you staying? She asked me. I looked at Mercer, then back at her. No, I said softly. I've got somewhere else to be. She waved anyway, like I was a friend. Not the man who almost killed her father. The posters stayed up for. Years' edges torn, ink faded. But no one ever collected. They said the devil of Red Creek vanished into legend. Some claim he died in Mexico. Others say he changed his name and lived quietly. Me, I kept writing, took other jobs, collected other rewards. But that $10,000, still hangs in my memory, heavier than any coin I've ever earned, because sometimes justice isn't about pulling the trigger. Sometimes it's about knowing when not to. And in the West, truth dies faster than men, but every once in a while, someone lets it live.